terrible.
I know. I never remember, but
I was telling Andrew, I'm like, oh, yeah, me and Mara, we need to plan a trip to Salt Lake. We're trying to figure out how we can incorporate the Mormonness of it all.
I know. We will. I believe that for us.
I see it.
That feels like something that we will do at some point.
It'll be amazing.
Yeah. And we're perfect co-hosts because neither of us ever remember to tell people.
Yeah.
That's why.
Equal energy here.
Can I say that? Oh, wait, I just realized. Welcome to our
Open Tabs. I'm Jess.
I'm Mara.
And we're equally a mess.
Yes. Of all the content I make, this is the only thing anybody in my life enjoys. I was watching you and Jess, and I was like, I know, I get it. We're a good duo. You don't need to watch any of my other shit. Just watch.
Very important. Hey,
hello, everyone.
Oh my God, YouTube actually notified you?
What?
That makes me so happy because I feel like that never happens.
It is.
Yay!
So I, as an experiment, I have one YouTube account that I'm a member under, one YouTube account that I'm not for myself, just to see. And I'd say the one that I am a member to my channel under, I get notifications very consistently. The one that I'm not, I'd say it's like half and half.
Wow.
Very annoying.
It's just
my anecdata that YouTube is the worst.
Because I'll do that too. Like I'll go on, especially with the time difference, and I'm like, "Ooh, this video is gonna be live at this time," and I'm like, notification, and then I don't get one, and then I realize later, I'm like, "Damn it!" Obviously, I watched the playback, but I'm like, I wanted to be up in the comments.
I know. Okay, I posted to Blue Sky. Okay, guys, we don't have time today to do a lot of,
we got to get down. Let's get down to business.
To unpack FNAF.
What did I call it on the voice note? Freddy 5 times. I said something.
I don't know. The words Freddy 5 and Nights were like blended in a way.
Nights 5 with Freddy. So
yeah, so for those of you who did not join last time, just to catch up, I am explaining the story of FNAF, the first 6 games to Jess, but I'm having her guess as we go what she thinks is going on.
I don't have any clue what's going on.
I think you're doing pretty well, to be honest. Like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect you to. It's such a banana pants situation that you couldn't actually guess what's going on. But like, I think you're doing a solid. You're making solid deductions based on the information you have.
I'm just like, what is this?
What is it? And in the first one, we did sort of an overview, and we got through the first 2 games. This time, we're gonna get through 4 more games, and then we're gonna reveal. I was telling Jess, I've been working on these slides for the last 2 weeks. There are 60 of them.
Buckle up, get a snack, get some drink.
Yeah, settle in.
I ate right before this.
Yeah.
I have my Sprite Zero.
I've got electrolytes in here. And we're not going to make this a 3rd episode. So we are getting through this, even if we end up having to rush through some of it, because I refuse to have a 3rd episode of this.
We're going to get through it. Next episode, I'm like, ooh, should we do cave diving?
Yeah, let's commit to it. Let's just say that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and then we can put it on the schedule, a tentative date.
Yes, yeah, we'll put it on the schedule and we'll just figure it out.
And I keep wanting to say Freddy.
I wouldn't lie to you, for a very long time. This is what I thought these were the same thing, and I was very
resurgence.
Why are your children watching this? Like what? Okay, we got coffee. We're ready. Okay, so we're coming up on 5 minutes. I think we've given people a chance to get in here. So, adding to the stage.
I love it.
Old explains FNAF. Reminder of our thesis. that this is deeply conspiratorial FNAF, the FNAF verse. And if we could only funnel more people into being obsessed with this, probably we could save the world. Because there would
be a bold thesis. I like it.
You know, we got to give people an outlet for their conspiratorial energy.
Yes.
Oh, wait, this is not the right one.
Yes.
I was being so, Jess saw it. I got here early.
Blame it on StreamYard. They're raggedy.
They did. They messed me up. So, okay. Well, okay. Here we go. Okay. Yes, I was going to say, I thought I removed some of this beginning stuff, but I did keep a couple. So just to remind everyone, and let me see if I can minimize that. And I'll try to zoom in a little bit here. Okay. So just to remind everyone, I am not a gamer at all. I don't play games. I read, I write, I can do math. I'm meh at social media, but I don't know games, and I am old, and I will get things wrong. I only happened upon this from the algorithm, so please don't hold that against. Well, you can. But just know that I understand that I am wrong, probably. Oh yeah, Angela did actually say a Voxer being like, I'm in this. I mean, as Angela, you'll see how this possibly aligns with some of your professional interests by the end of this. So,
ooh,
yeah. Okay. Also, reminder that there is not like fully agreed to comprehensive story here. That's part of how they lure you in. It's like the mystery sandwich. So I'm going to try to stick to what I think is pretty well agreed to answers, but I'm actually not going to really lock into a full narrative because I just don't think we know. Like, I think it's too ambiguous. So, okay. Are you ready for FNAF 3? Oh,
ready.
A reminder, we're doing 3, 4, 5, and 6 today. We did 1 and 2 last time, and I am not covering books, movies, or any other games. So there is a lot of other stuff, but we're not covering that in this discussion. Okay, and then a character refresher, just since it has been a couple of weeks. We have Freddy himself, titular Freddy, his bunny pal Bonnie. We got Chica. We got Foxy. These are the core 4. We've got Golden Freddy twitching over here.
I hate it.
We've got Mangle, who's like a deconstructed version of the toy Foxy.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the puppet. We've got Balloon Boy, and we've got Purple Guy. So just a refresher. These are
what a cast.
What a motley crew. Okay, so getting in. Oh, that's right. The other thing I forgot to tell you about is that in the first 2, so I wanted to just circle back to this. If you play through, I think the 6th and 7th night, you do see pink slips for the person you're playing as. And in both cases, I believe you see that the reason they get fired is for tampering with the animatronics and for odor. Odor. So.
Okay.
So there, yeah. Okay. So now we're on to number 3. So this is Springtrap. He's a broke down version of Golden Bonnie. And he is your only antagonist in FNAF 3. So there's no other actual animatronics trying to get you in this game.
Just one?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds suspicious.
Yeah. Here's the office you're playing in. Again, I'm sorry it's dark, but that's just, you know, it's spooky. That's what they're doing. But if you can tell, so over here, there's a window. Over here along this wall, there's a window. And then in this corner is a box of broken parts of the animatronics we have seen in the last 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
So these animatronics are not actually present, but for reasons we'll get into, they can still do you, like they can still do a jump scare on you.
The ones in the box?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
But they're not physically real. You're hallucinating them. So, yeah. Okay, so that's The Office. Okay, now strap in because we're gonna have to read a lot. And I thought about cutting some of this, but I truly think this actually ends. Once I read through it, I was like, this actually has more information than almost anything else in this game. So we're gonna have to read through quite a bit of this. Okay, actually, before I do that, let me just give you the framing for FNAF 3. So FNAF 3 is set in the future. So at the time the game came out, it would have been like 2014, 2015. FNAF 3 is set in 2023. And the premise is that you are the security guard for a kind of like Fright Night horror attraction that's based on these old animatronics. So at this point, Freddy Fazbear's has been closed for a long time. But it's notorious because of, if you remember in the first 2, all those articles about the kids that go missing. So it's like a notorious,
Okay.
urban legend kind of thing in the culture. So you are the security guard at this Fright attraction where they have acquired one of the old locations and they're like refurbing it with a bunch of like old gear that they got from different locations.
Okay.
So that's the premise. So you get not the same. You get some phone calls. This is the last game where you get phone calls each night. Okay, so strap in. I'm going to be reading quite a bit, so I apologize for having to listen to my voice for so much, but that's just where we're at. Okay. For the first night, hey, glad you came back for another night. I promise it'll be a lot more interesting this time. We found some great new relics over the weekend and we're tracking down a new lead right now. So let me just update you real quick and you can get to work. Like the attraction opens in like a week, so we have to make sure everything works and nothing catches on fire. When the place opens, people come in at the opposite end of the building and work their way towards you, then past you and out the exit. Yeah, you're officially become part of the attraction. So you'll be starring as the security guard. So not only will you be monitoring the people on the camera as they pass through, to make sure no one steals anything or makes out in the corner, but you'll also be part of the show. It'll make it feel really authentic, I think. Now let me tell you about what's new. We found another set of drawings, always nice, and a foxy head, which we think could be authentic. Then again, it might just be another crappy cosplay. And we found a desk fan, very old school. Metal though, watch the fingers. Right now the place is basically just, flashing lights and spooky props. I honestly thought we'd have more by now. If we don't have something really cool by next week, we may have to suit you up in a furry suit and make you walk around saying boo. Heh. But like I said, we're trying to track down a good lead right now. Some guy who helped design one of the buildings says there was like an extra room that got boarded up or something like that. So we're going to take a peek and see what we can find. For now, just get comfortable with the new setup. You can check the security cameras over to your right with a click of the blue button, and you can toggle between the hall cameras and vent cam. Then to your far left, you can flip up the maintenance panel. Use this to reboot systems that may go offline. In trying to make the place feel vintage, we may have overdone it a bit. Some of the equipment is barely functional. Yeah, I wasn't joking about the fire. That's a real risk. The most important thing you want to watch out for is the ventilation. Look, this place will give you the spooks, man. If you let the ventilation go offline, then you start seeing some crazy stuff, man. Keep that air flowing. Okay, keep an eye on things and we'll try to have something new for you tomorrow night. So let me just go ahead and show you the gameplay part of this. So what he's talking about is you can see in the cameras, you have your little map where you can toggle between them.
Mhm.
You can play audio to lure Springtrap away from a room. And the sound of the audio is the balloon boy going, and hi.
Not creepy at all.
Yeah. And then this is the little panel he was talking about. So occasionally the audio that you're using to lure him will need a reboot. The camera system you're looking at will need a reboot. And then the ventilation system also sometimes needs a reboot. So you have to manage, again, these are resource management games. So like you have
Mhm.
to manage keeping everything online and trying to lure him away from you.
Stress.
Yes, I would not call these relaxing games. Okay. So then the second and third night. So, hey man, okay, I have some awesome news for you. First of all, we found some vintage audio training cassettes.
Not a cassette.
Mhm. Dude, these things are like prehistoric. I think they were like training tapes for like other employees or something like that. So I thought we could like have them playing like over the speakers as people walk through the attraction. If you can't tell, this voice actor is very SoCal Valley boy surfer.
Dude.
Dude, that'd make this feel legit, man. But I have an even better surprise for you, and you're not gonna believe this. We found one, a real one. Gotta go, man. Well, look, it's there somewhere. I'm sure you'll see it. Okay, leave you with some great audio that I found. Talk to you later. So from now on, everything I read to you is going to be the vintage training cassette. So
Okay,
we're listening to someone in the present. Now we're listening to someone in the past.
got it.
Hello. Welcome to your new career as a performer / entertainer for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. These tapes will provide you with much needed info on how to handle / climb into / climb out of mascot costumes. Right now, we have 2 specially designed suits that double both as animatronic and suit. So please pay close attention while learning how to operate these suits, as accidents / injury / death / irreparable and grotesque maiming can occur. First, we will discuss how to operate the mascots when they are in animatronic form. For ease of operation, the animatronics are set to turn and walk towards sound cues. This is an easy and hands-free approach to make sure the animatronics stay where the children are for maximum entertainment / crowd-pleasing value. To change the animatronics to suit mode, insert and turn firmly the hand crank provided by the manufacturer. Turning the crank will recoil and compress animatronic parts around the side of the suit, providing room to climb inside. Please make sure the spring locks are fastened tight to ensure the animatronic devices remain fixed. We will cover this in more detail in tomorrow's session. Remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Mm. No, thank you.
You aren't getting in one of these suits?
Turning the crank will record. No, that sounds. What did they say about accidents / injury / death / irreparable and grotesque maiming can occur? Sounds like the end of like those drug commercials where it's like you may bleed out, like all of the symptoms
Yeah.
or the side effects of the drug. It's like, you know what, the actual thing didn't sound so bad.
Yeah, I'm saying a hard out for me on this if this is my first training day.
Like, never mind, I'll stay broke.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'll work at McDonald's. I might get burned by a fryer, but I'm not gonna be getting in a suit.
Irreparably and grotesquely maimed.
No,
No.
absolutely not. Okay, so the third day, and again, this is in the past training. It says, hello. For today's lesson, we will be continuing our training on proper suit handling technique. When using an animatronic as a suit, please ensure that the animatronic parts are tightly compressed and fastened by the spring locks located around the inside of the suit. It may take a few moments to position your head and torso between these parts in a manner where you can move and speak. Try not to nudge or press against any of the spring locks inside the suit. Do not touch the spring locks at any time. Do not breathe on the spring locks, as moisture may loosen them and cause them to break loose. In the case that the spring locks come loose while you are wearing the suit, please try to maneuver away from populated areas before bleeding out, as to not ruin customer experience. As always, if there is an emergency, please note there's a designated safe room. Every location is built with one extra room that is not included on the digital map layout programmed in the animatronic or security systems. This room is hidden to customers, invisible to animatronics, and is always off camera. As always, remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Don't breathe on the spring locks. How? No. It was already a no. Now it's a big hell no.
I love that they have a designated bleed out room.
Please go over there. Bleed over there.
Yeah. Don't distress the customers.
No, go bleed in peace.
Oh my God. Okay, so that's night 3. Night 4. Hello. There's been a slight change of company policy concerning the use of the suits. Don't. After learning of an unfortunate incident at the sister location involving multiple and simultaneous spring lock failures, the company has deemed the suits temporarily unfit for employees. Safety is top priority at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, which is why the classic suits are being retired to an appropriate location while being looked at by our technicians. Until replacements arrive, you will be expected to wear the temporary costumes provided to you. Keep in mind that they were found on very short notice, so questions about appropriateness / relevance should be deflected. I repeat, the classic suits are not to be touched, activated, or worn. That being said, we are free from liability. Do as you wish. As always, remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
What do you mean we are free from liability?
Well, it's like when Michael Scott declares bankruptcy.
I declare bankruptcy. Right. They're like, we wrote it down. We are not liable.
We told you. So, no, we don't have any liability now.
We said it. So we said it. And we told you twice not to use those suits. So, yeah.
Okay, night 5. Hello. This is just a reminder of company policy concerning the safe room. The safe room is reserved for equipment and or other properties not being currently used and as a backup safety location for employees only. This is not a break room. It should not be considered a place for employees to hide or congregate. And under no circumstances should a customer ever be taken into this room and out of the main show area. Management has been made aware that the Spring Bonnie animatronic has been noticeably moved and would like to remind employees that this costume is not safe to wear under any circumstances. Thank you, and remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
They just tell you all these things and remember to smile.
While you're not breathing, getting into the animatronic suit, you can't. Okay, and then the last night, hello. This is just to inform all employees that due to budget restrictions, the previous mentioned safe rooms are being sealed at most locations, including this one. Work crews will be here most of the day constructing a false wall over the old door face. Nothing is being taken out beforehand, so if you left anything inside, then it's your own fault. Management also requests that this room not be mentioned to family, friends, or insurance representatives. Thanks again, and remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Or insurance representative. Oh, of course. There was nothing crazy going on in there. Very normal. Close it up.
Oh my God. OSHA.
Yeah. On the long list of people to call.
Yeah. No, if you keep telling me to smile, it is not a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very corporate coded though. Here are all these rules, ways you may die.
Yes.
Smile.
Yeah, but do remember to smile.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a lot of reading, but that's the last night we have a bunch of calls. Okay. So we were talking about gameplay. I was telling you about the cameras and the rebooting and how that works. What happens if you don't reboot the ventilation system? And I don't know, maybe I'll zoom a little bit here. the pieces of the animatronics in this little corner in this box, you hallucinate that they are like a nightmare version or a withered version of their former selves, and they will jump scare you, but the game isn't over if they jump scare you. You have to like be scared and then keep playing.
Okay.
Apparently, according to the gamers, this is a hard one to beat or to like speed run because there's a lot of like RNG, random number generation, involved in this. So this one is less skill based and more luck based, it sounds like. But I don't know.
I don't want to play it.
I'm not playing it. Okay, and then there are so many, many games in this one.
In the third one?
In the third one. And they're hidden in random weird places. Some of them happen when you die. Like there's a bunch of different ways you get them. The 7 ones are Happiest Day, which is about a birthday party. Chica's party, where she has a party and she's giving cupcakes to the crying children.
Diva.
Mangle's Quest, though it's, and this is the yesified Chica. I just realized, look, she's in her little panties.
Why they had to do my girl like that?
I don't know. Someone said we stand the de-yesified Chica.
Yes.
Mangle's Quest. I wouldn't want Mangle helping me, but okay. Stage 1. This is with Golden Freddy and Golden Bonnie. Balloon Boy has an air adventure. It's kind of like a Flappy Bird type thing. And then there's a glitch mini game with a purple version of Golden Bonnie. And then there's the End of Night mini games, which this is where okay, I'm going to give you some preamble to this, but this is so to get to this version of the final mini game, you have to have played all 7 of the other all 6 of the other mini games. So if you complete all of those mini games, you get the good ending. This is the first game where it introduces this concept of multiple endings depending on what you complete, like tasks that you complete. So the end of every night, you get this sort of cut scene where you see the original animatronics on a stage. They leave the stage and follow I think a shadow version of Golden Freddy. They follow a figure and they go through a map. They come to this last room. You try to go up, but the game won't let you go up. You turn around and this purple guy comes and murks you. So you can see that he's like torn apart each of the previous animatronics.
Oh my God.
So with that, let me bring to the stage. I'm going to play you the actual finale so that you can actually see what happens. Because I think if I tried to describe it to you, it would not be as
okay.
But I think I've queued this up correctly. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and I'll mute myself so that way I can play the audio. Okay, let me make sure. There we go. Okay, unmute myself.
Um, what is appealing about this game? Like, what was the purple thing doing to the little thing?
Which thing?
Okay, the little white gray blob thing.
Okay, yeah.
What was the purple thing doing to that thing?
He was trying to get him.
Okay, I was like, is it shooting it or just trying to grab it?
I think he was just trying to grab it.
Oh my god! And then the thing started. Oh my! I don't. It was a lot.
Yeah, I think. Let me double check and see. Okay, yeah. So that's the end of FNAF 3. So why don't we do a check-in? Where do you think we're at right now?
I mean, okay, last time I was like, somebody said child sacrifice. I was thinking people who get recruited there, some will get murdered and turn into the animatronics, or maybe somebody's a zombie or something. This does not help. What does that mean? That doesn't like help any theory I have. I'm like, is it somebody? Is it mass poisoning? Is everybody crazy? Is it I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not getting clearer the more information you get.
No, actually it's getting fuzzier.
This is a great point. I think that if you I don't think AI could even attempt this level of insanity.
It's so funny that, and not like I can't code that even this. I can't code a pixel, but it's just so funny for something to be so popular and it like the graphics. It's
the little 8-bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And the third game looks like shite, even in comparison, because he rushed to get it out so quickly. So the third game was supposed to be the ending. That was supposed to be the end of it was gonna be a trilogy.
So and that was gonna be all they got.
Yeah, that was about to be the ending because you saw the final screen where it said the end and all the animatronic heads. They don't have anything in them anymore. The bad ending, I should say, the bad ending is if you don't do all the mini games, the animatronic heads are sitting there, but their eyes are still lit up, and there's a fifth one with one of its eyes lit up. So I probably should.
Very interesting. But it got so popular, so he made more. That's what it is.
That, and also everybody not everybody. Many people did not like the third game because it was just so badly done. Like the graphics were so cruddy that they were like, really? So I think he felt like he needed to redeem himself.
Did you know how much these cost when they come out?
I have no idea. I don't think they're expensive though.
Okay, because I'd be mad if I know the average game that comes out now is like $60 to $70. I'd be pissed if I paid that for this.
I want to say that the first one was maybe $10.
Okay, that's
yeah, they're not that expensive, but I think people felt like the third one was a step down from the first two.
Yeah.
So he made the fourth one, and I'm going to say that if I were going to play one of these, aside from Security Breach, just because it seems like it'd be fun to walk around the pizzeria, but the one that I would say seems to me from watching other people play it like it's the best quality game is the fourth one. So it's the one he makes in response, because this is, I think, the one that's the genuinely probably the scariest of them, just because of the mechanics.
Ooh,
okay. So fourth FNAF, we're out of offices.
Oh snap! Upgrade.
So this is the menu screen, and you can see this creepy ass house. And then, of course, we've got 8-bit mini games, but you can kind of see that there's like a little map of a house, and then also the pizzeria. So we're somewhere different this time.
All right. Expanding the world.
Yes, we are definitely expanding the world. So we're going to introduce a key figure who is the crying child.
Yikes.
He's our main character, and he's who we see. So there's a bunch of cutscenes in this one, or like interstitial scenes, and he's our point of view character. He's who we're playing as in the game, and he's our POV.
I'm uncomfortable.
He has his little best friend, which is a plush golden Freddy, but he is known on the internet as Psychic Friend Fredbear. And he talks to Fredbear. Fredbear talks back. Matt Pat has a little jingle for him, which is he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Who you gonna call? Psychic Friend Fredbear.
Let me check my corner, make sure he's not hiding.
Yes. And then the other key person that you need to know is Crying Child's older brother who babysits him but also scares him.
Uh-oh.
He's crying. So he'll put on a Foxy mask and jump scare him. And then he's got his friends who also have each of their little masks, and they like to bully the Crying Child.
Wow. What a gang.
Yeah.
You guys are so tough in your mask.
Yeah. Yeah, beating up on a crying little kid. Okay, and then these are the nightmare versions of.
Oh my God.
So much scarier, right?
I thought it couldn't get worse.
No, these are terrifying because look at all them teeth.
Oh, I don't like it at all.
No. Oh, this is true. I mean, it is very sibling behavior to terrorize your younger brother
and bring your friends in on it.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the versions of the animatronics we are playing against.
My God.
In this one. And they're terrifying. I think they're so scary. Okay, so here, instead of an office, you have a room. And I'm sorry that this image quality is so crappy, but I did what I could. Okay, so the equivalent of you sitting behind your desk is you sitting at the foot of your bed.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the left door and the right door. You've got the closet door, and then behind you is your bed with Psychic Friend Fredbear on it. So
you have no safe space.
No. It is literally nightmare fuel because basically I
don't like that closet. Close it.
Yeah. Well, you can. So what you do, the gameplay of this is you run up to the closet, see if there's anything that you've got a flashlight. Mm-hmm. And you can move to each. This is one of the few ones where you can move. You can move to each of these doors. And this is primarily a listening game. So you run to the door, you flash your flashlight if you don't hear anything, and if you do hear something, you shut the door. So it's like simulating a little kid in his dark house at night.
No, that sounds terrible.
It's so scary. This one, because you have to be so quiet, the jump scares are so much more effective because you're sitting there having to listen. Like there's not all the ambient noise and like the ambient music and stuff. It's just like a lot of it being quiet. And then like these motherfuckers jump scaring you.
Please, no, I wet myself.
It's so scary.
I don't even like that little demon bear on the bed.
Yeah, exactly. It's so scary. Okay, so the gameplay for this, so sometimes when you turn around, there's these little, they call them frettles, these little mini nightmare versions of Psychic Friend Fred.
Why would you use such a cute name for them things?
Frettles. So then sometimes when you run to the closet door, there's nothing in it. Sometimes you'll see a plushy version of Foxy has gotten there. And if you don't flash your light and close the door on him, he'll turn into this version of Foxy and then he'll jump scare you. Which is terrifying. And then you run, if you don't hear anything down the hall, you flash your light. This is what the hall looks like. And then I put this GIF in because you can kind of see that if you catch them far enough down the hallway and you turn your light on, they'll go away. So you just see the creepy little like eyes at the end of the hall. It's so scary. This one I feel like would be so scary to play.
I'm only laughing because I'm not playing right now.
Oh, yes. Okay, so that's the gameplay. I think that's all of it. Okay. So then, like I was saying, there's so many. Every night there's different cutscenes, and there's a lot that goes on in these cutscenes. So the first one we get is the crying child in his room. He's locked in his room. Oh yeah, I wrote out what happened. So he's locked in the room with his plush toys. You can see all the little animatronic plushies with him. His imaginary friend, a plush Fredbear, tells him, "What did he do this time? He locked you in his room today. He locked you in your room again. Don't be scared. I'm here with you." AKA psychic friend Fredbear. Later, crying child leaves his room and roams the house. You know he's hiding again. He won't stop until you find him over there. And this is when you get a jump scare in an 8-bit game from your fucking older brother jumping out from behind the TV to scare you. Again, peak sibling behavior. Mo was right about that. Okay, and then, I should also say, at the end of every night, it says tomorrow's another day. And at the beginning of the night, it tells you how many days it is till the party, quote unquote, till the party.
What's the party?
Well, that's what we're counting down to.
Oh.
Okay. So then the next cutscene is the crying child is alone at, I'm going to say CC just to keep it clear. The crying child is alone at Freddy's. He's crying under the table because he's so scared of the animatronics. Fredbear says, "He knows you hate it here. You're right beside the exit. If you run, you can make it. Hurry, run towards the exit." "No, don't you remember what you saw? The exit is the other way. Hurry and leave. It's too late. Hurry the other way and find someone who will help you. You know what will happen if he catches you. You can find help if you get past them. You have to be strong." So you can see him crying here under the table, and then you can see the people in the Springlock suits that he's scared of. Like, you can see their creepy little eyes. Okay. And then these are just some of the other images from around his house. You can see Fredbear sitting on this grandfather clock. Here in the background, you see a TV show called Fredbear and Friends. You see that, so the crying child can kind of walk around the map of his house, and one of the bedrooms is presumably a little girl's bedroom, and there's a mangle toy on the ground here. And then you also see him walking around his neighborhood, and he talks to different kids. They're all making fun of him because he's so scared.
Oh,
I know. Yes, this one is very scary, I think. Okay, so then getting to the end here. The crying child is bullied at the entrance of the restaurant. Fredbear tells him, "You have to get up. You can get out this time, but you have to hurry." "No, don't you remember what you saw? The exit's the other way. Hurry and leave." Oh, I might have repeated that. And then after he escapes, he's bullied on the way home. He then gets locked into a parts and service room. You can see that here with this headless animatronic, and then there's like some brown stuff coming out of the neck, and then the heads. It's a headless Springlock suit. He weeps and he's begging to be let out. Okay, then the party finally arrives. We see the child being carried by his older brother and friends, wearing the masks of the OG Core 4. They carry him directly to the stage and force his head into Fredbear's mouth as a prank, saying he wants to give Freddy a kiss. The machinery malfunctions and Golden Freddy chomps down, resulting in the bite of 83.
Is he alive? Did the bite take off his...
Crucial meme from Markiplier. Was it the bite of 87? No, it's the bite of 83. But you'll hear people referring to the bite of 83 as the bite of 87 because of this famous reaction.
Oh, wait. There's two different ones?
Yes, there's a bite of 83 and a bite of 87. We just witnessed the bite of 83.
What?
But now we know what the bite is, which is when you get chomped.
Yeah, that's more than a bite.
Yeah. Okay, and then the final scene. The child is lying in a hospital bed with an IV, flowers, and a heart monitor. His plushies sit before him, speaking to him in the dark. Someone apologizes, saying, "Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sorry." Someone says, "You're broken. We're still your friends. Do you still believe that? I'm still here. I will put you back together." One by one, the other plushies fade away and vanish into the darkness, and finally a flatline tone plays.
Wow. They
So this
really chomped that baby.
Mhm. So this is a little gif of that scene, and then the last thing we see is this box, this closed box, and it says, "Perhaps some things are best left forgotten for now."
What an odd game. So in the part, I can't formulate sentences. In the part 1, when we were talking about it, what year was the bite they were mentioning? That was the bite of 83?
They reference the bite of 87 in the first one.
Oh.
But this is the bite of 83.
But how did we, if the third one was in 2023, what year are we in now? We're back in 83? Dang, homie gone.
Yeah, RIP. Yeah, we got 2 bites 4 years apart.
What is going on? What is this? They get energy from scaring the child. Like there's a Monsters Inc. crossover. When I saw the bedroom, I thought of Monsters Inc.
Yeah, it actually is giving Monsters Inc., isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me see. I forget if I've got more slides. Oh, yeah. Okay. So there is one mini game, and if you win the mini game, you get to skip a few hours in the next night. So it's a plush version of Springtrap, so it's called Plush Trap. And so when you have the light on, he won't move off that chair, but when you turn the flashlight off, he moves towards you, and there's an X on the floor between you and him, and the goal is to flash it when he's on the X. Otherwise, if you wait too long, he'll jump scare you, and if you keep the flashlight on, then you just lose.
What the hell?
That was another good jump scare. Anyway, all that to say, if I were going to tell somebody to play a Five Nights at Freddy's game, this is the one I would recommend to somebody who actually knows how to play games. Because this one seems like legitimately scary.
Yes.
And apparently the extra bonus nights are like super hard to win. There's a lot of like strat of how to win those.
Oh no. I can't strategize, but I'm terrified.
Yeah. Yeah. Third one gave me hella Among Us vibes. Yeah. Okay. So Jess, you've heard about 4 of these games. Before we go on to the 5th one, what are you thinking? Where are we at?
What? I don't know. That's throwing me off. Especially we changed location, so we're not even at the damn pizza parlor place anymore. And a child is is everyone schizophrenic? Is this what's going on here? Is this mass schizophrenia and people are just having episodes? I don't. So I'm like, why is this bear talking to him? What's going on?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Is this some weird alternate again, does not clarify anything, makes it more fuzzy.
As a good conspiracy should.
Yeah, it's doing a great job because I'm like,
what is going on?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. FNAF 5. This is the first one where you have a dramatic change, I would say, in the style of the game.
Ooh.
So you do have nights, but there is much more linear storytelling happening in this one. And you have a lot of voice lines, and we're not going to be able to go through all of them because we would just be here forever. But basically, it also has a different aesthetic. It's a little more polished, like a little more sci-fi kind of an aesthetic.
Yeah. It looks
But
like a spaceship.
yeah, the main there's not really an office. So this is an elevator that you take down every night to go to work. It has this little spelly screen thing here, and there's a little, it's hard to see. Maybe if I zoom, no, you're not going to be able to read that because it's got too many pixels. That little tape says Mike on it. So presumably we are playing as somebody named Mike. And then the other kind of recurring set piece is that you go home with Mike every night. He eats popcorn and watches a vampire soap opera where the vampire and his mistress are arguing about whether or not the baby that she had is his.
Oh. Okay.
So, yeah. So these are kind of our recurring things we see. We have the fun time models in this one. So we've got 2 fully new characters we got to talk about. So this is happening at a location associated with something called Circus Baby's World, Circus Baby Pizza. I forget exactly, but it's the Circus Baby joint. And Circus Baby is the one on the far left in the little red skirt with the red pigtails. So she's the star of the show. Then we have Funtime Foxy. So we've seen Funtime Foxy deconstructed as Mangle before, but this time we're getting actual Funtime Foxy fully assembled.
Okay.
The ballerina is named Ballora. And then we have Funtime Freddy, and he has a little puppet of Bonnie instead of full Funtime Bonnie. And that little puppet is called Bonnet. So these are our animatronics in this one, and we're playing as Mike. Okay. So I'm just going to give you kind of an overview because, like I said, this one's very linear in its storytelling. Like, it's much less resource management and much more you're like accomplishing tasks kind of a game. So this main area is the like main control room, and off to either side you can see here the window is a view into the gallery where the animatronics are housed. So they're like the stages where different shows are happening in different rooms.
Are we in space?
I don't know.
I'm like, is this a cruise ship of space where they have a show every night?
I don't know. This is kind of a view of Ballora on her stage with there's little ballerinas with her. I think they're called the mini arenas. So you can see the different people on their stages, and there's different control rooms. So like Circus Baby has her own control room. I don't know if we ever see Freddy's control room, but anyway, so there's a narrator who comes over to give you instructions about what to do, and he has you shock them every night to like get them to wake up, electronically zap them.
Oh, because that's gonna put them in a great mood.
Great point. Yeah, I would honestly I wish that they had developed they would drop the full episodes of the Vampire Soap because
I would watch that.
Very 60s campy. Are the names of the models given in each game? So most of them are either set in the game or they're in like a menu of the game, but some are like I think the Freddles nickname is from the fans, but most of these are actually like canon names for these models.
I can't believe that. I went to school with someone, his name was Freddy. He was in our friend group, and I called him Freddles and also Fredita.
Well, he has a very scary avatar. Yeah. So you're doing, so that's mostly what he has you doing. But throughout the course of the nights, you do play 5 nights, things start going wrong. So like you'll shock them and they won't come back online. So I have to shock them again and they still won't come back online. He'll say, "Oh, can you see X animatronic?" And you'll look and you can't see it, but the instructor voice thinks you can. So like he clearly thinks they're there, but they're not. At one point, so then the power goes out, I think on the second night or the third night, and a creepy little girl voice comes on telling you to hide under this desk. So then you do that and you can see here something is looking at you through the desk and you have to like hold the door shut or else it will jump scare you.
Oh no.
So that first night though, the little girl voice tells you how to survive that jump scare. Then she tells you, okay, he's going to come back and tell you you need to run through Bellora's room. But if you run through Bellora's room, she's going to kill you. So you need to go slow. So then you go slowly and eventually you get to the exit. I think, what other gameplay do I have? Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
You get to the exit, or you get to the place where you can reboot the power. So this is the rebooting of the power, but Funtime Freddy is there. So if you spend too long in this screen and not enough time playing an audio lure for him, he'll get you. It's like these audio lures are like, calm down, go back to sleep. I'm like, why is Freddy listening to this person? I don't know. And also, why do you have these audio lures ready to go?
Where did they come from? How did we record them?
Yeah, I don't know. So then you can see this is the view of like when you're walking around in the dark when the power's out. So like you have to, go slowly to get away from
what kind of view is that? You can't see shit.
Well, you got a flashlight. You've got that little half circle. That's what you get. I know. And like when Ballora is near, you'll hear like a music box noise playing really loudly, and then you have to stop and wait for her to pass and then keep going. The GIF in the upper right hand corner, I think, is the third or fourth night. You have to like reboot Freddy. So you have to like open up his face plates, and that's scary, and then you have to like push buttons.
They don't got no better way. A remote restart.
Wonderful questions. The inefficiencies of this operation are truly mind-boggling.
Quite.
So that's okay. So then after you finish rebooting Freddy, you're walking back and all of a sudden everything goes dark. And when you wake up, you're inside of a Springlock suit. And the little girl voice who's been helping you tells you that she kidnapped you and put you in there to protect you from, I think, the other maintenance people who are coming.
What?
Why she did that? There's some reason given of why she does this. But then she talks about how they all get scooped. And they do that in the scooping room. And I thought this was a meme, but apparently it's just my personal vocal stem where she goes, "Do you know why they call it the scooping room? It's because, dummy, this is the room where they use the scooper." The scooper is my like vocal stem. I don't know why that stuck with me, because apparently
I don't like that voice that you just did. Don't do that.
That's my impression.
I do not like that. That made me uncomfy.
Yeah. So then you can see Ballora through your eye plate, and you see her get grabbed by a machine and like yanked away. So then you have to, the game in this one, you see all those little screws around the front of your faceplate. Those are the spring locks, and you have to like manually keep them from springing and killing you.
How am I supposed to do that?
You have like you have to just sit there and like click like hell on the little things, but you can't do it too much or else you'll get jump scared by a mini arena. Apparently this was like almost impossible when it was first released, so they almost immediately like made it easier. But everybody hated this night of like, this is so boring. And all I have to do is just sit here like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Okay. So then you go home and you come back the next day and you hear from the instructor guy that the two maintenance people you heard the night before when you were in this suit never left. Like they're still at the facility, and they say, hey, when you see them, tell them to go home. You go into the control room, you turn on the lights to a stage, and you see on each of the stages you see somebody hanging, which are the two maintenance people who never
What the fuck?
went home. Oh yeah, this is also an important line. So when you're in the Springlock suit, Circus Baby also tells you there's something very important that I've learned how to do over time. Do you know what that is? How to pretend. Do you ever play make-believe? Pretend to be one way when you're really another? It's very important. But Laura never learns. But I do. They think there's something wrong on the inside. But the only thing that matters is knowing how to pretend.
Hate. Oh my God.
So then after you see the hanging people, you hear Circus Baby basically say, hey, they're about to scoop me. But every time they scoop me, they don't get what's wrong with me on the inside out. So I want you to take out the thing that's wrong with me so that when I get scooped this time, I'll be fixed. So you have to like open her faceplates, take something out. And then she's like, okay, I'll tell you how to get out of here without getting killed, basically. So you follow her instructions. And when you do,
Oh no.
you realize she has led you to the scooping room.
Oh, I was like, is the scooper a lobotomy? It looks worse.
Yeah. Let me see if I can play this audio.
What is that purple thing?
Well, we'll talk about it.
Oh.
It's because, dummy, this
Oh
is
no.
where they use the scooper.
You could be like a voice actress for
That's just
a
my
possessed doll. If you're really good.
Okay, here's the last monologue she gives you right before you get scooped.
You are in the scooping room now. Funtime Foxy has already been here today. Funtime Freddy has already been here today. Ballora has already been here today. Circus Baby has already been here today. I've been out before, but they always put me back. They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go when we look like this. But if we looked like you, then we could hide. If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go. The scooper only hurts for a moment.
What? I have little demonic children trapped in there, but they look like a thing, and they want to eat the person so they could be a real person to go outside. I don't know.
Yes, good job. I mean, like that's a good part of it. Yeah. So what has happened is that they've scooped all the individual animatronics have been scooped, and they've taken their inner parts and combined themselves into this guy who is called Innard. And you can't see it in this GIF, but Innard is creepily looking at you through this window while you get scooped. This guy is looking at you while you get scooped. Oh wait, you're not looking at it. Sorry. Okay. So you can't see it. In the window here is where Innard is looking at you, and that's who this is.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is the canon ending. And after you get scooped, after this, it shows you in your house, in your bathroom. And when you open your eyes, you have the Innard eyes.
Mm.
So they like got in you to escape.
Oh. What?
Which I am like, if they already had people who were hanging, couldn't they have just used one of those bodies?
Yes.
So I don't know. Anyway.
Not the lured, lied and lured you to be scooped.
Yeah, she's crafty. So this is the canon ending. Then there's a non-canon ending. And this is where you don't listen to her when she tells you how to get out. You do like the opposite. And you can find a security office, and then you basically play a night of FNAF, like the main play where you're in an office trying to keep them out of the office. So if you don't listen to her, you can do that. And then Innard is trying to get you. So this is Innard on the screen. And then if you survive it, this is the office, this is the screen. If you survive it, you go home, but then you're watching TV and Innard creeps.
Well, now how did he follow me home?
I don't know.
You can't be free.
But you can see on the top of that TV a basket of exotic butters, which is something that happens earlier. They offer to give you as compensation and a basket of exotic butters.
Now I love butter, but I don't know if that's going to be enough compensation for me.
For getting scooped, for risking getting scooped. Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be enough.
Oh, yeah. So that's the end of the main game. Then there's custom bonus nights. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, sorry. So there's interstitial dialogue happening between nights. So at the intro, I'm giving you the intro, in between, and then the outro. So the intro has a group of people talking to each other, and it starts with saying, "There's no doubt that what you've achieved on a technical level. These are clearly state of the art. There are just certain design choices that were made for these robots that we don't fully understand. We were hoping that you could shed some light on those." Mr. Afton, in a British accent, I will not try to do. She can dance, she can sing. She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. She can take song requests. She can even dispense ice cream. With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
They're talking about Miss Circus Girl.
Yes.
She can blow up balloons and dispense ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
But said those aren't the design choices. What are you curious about? What else do you want? Yeah. Saying, can she murder?
Can she murk these kids? And then throughout the nights, you'll hear a little girl with a British accent. Oh, I will do this one. "Daddy, why won't you let me play with her? Daddy, you let the other children go see her. Why won't you let me go? Daddy, just once let me go play with her. She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me?"
Excellent.
And then after all, like at the very end, after I forget exactly where you get this, but this is the very, very end. Michael says, "Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be. They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something's wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in the shadows. There's only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you."
And why should he be dead? That's some love for your father to know to go do this thing, and then you know you should be dead, but now you're in the shadow. What is?
You mean this isn't getting clearer the more information you get?
So there are possessed demon children somewhere. What is in this man's mind? This man who created this. What was he smoking something?
I don't know, man. Okay. And then there is a mini game. So in between when you die, you get this mini game with Circus Baby, and it's an 8-bit one. She's jumping from these different platforms, trying to give cupcakes to all these different crying children. Okay. So you do that. If you can do that quick enough, you can then at the very end get an ice cream cone, and then you have to haul ass back to the beginning of the game. And it takes a lot of tries usually for people to get the timing of this right. So towards usually people can't do this in their first playthrough, and they have to do it later. But eventually, if you get all the way back to the beginning, this is what happens.
What's in her hand? Is it an ice cream?
Yep.
Snatch the children.
She gets scooped. So Circus Baby was designed to scoop.
Ooh. Okay, but that's a whole... So is scooping taking them inside of the animatronic?
That was the original design for it, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. We're almost done with Sister Location. You can also do custom nights. So this is where you can set you can pick which animatronics are going to jump scare you, and you can set their difficulty level. Each of them have their own little special mechanic that they have to jump scare you. These are some of the extra people. This is Yendo. This is Lulbit. This is a mini Rena. This is Bonnet. This is Creepy Baby. I forget what this one's name is. But so as you beat more and more of the custom nights, there's preset ones you can do. And as you beat the preset ones, in between each one, you see this a progression of, you see this person walking down the street, all of his neighbors are waving at him. But as he goes, he gets more and more purple, and the neighbors stop waving at him. They're grossed out by him. And eventually there's no neighbors left. And he looks like this walking down the street. He then eventually pukes up this machinery stuff and collapses like this, and then forms himself, and he's not as hunched over.
What the fuck?
That was amazing. I love it.
They found it.
Michael.
I don't like him. Nor his sister.
That's what
What is going on?
And I think that's it. Oh yeah. Crucial meme. Why he purple?
Purple.
Why he purple? I forget who first said this, but you will sometimes see people saying, why he purple? Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. So that's where we are at the end of Sister Location, aka FNAF 5. Jess, what are our thoughts? Where are you?
Okay, well, there's got to be the little children are involved here somewhere. The little machine things scoop, eat the children, turn them in to the animatronics. But even when I think of that, I'm like, but why all of these things? Why is this the security guard thing? Why in the bedroom thing? I don't get it. Is this an alternate universe where animatronics reign supreme and they need little children to feast on for energy? I don't know.
You're thinking very logically. Like you're making some solid deductions here.
But then I was like, were they in space? What is going on?
It gets very sci-fi in Sister Location, I think. Okay, we've got one game left, Jess.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, although I don't feel like I will be clear after this one either, but I'm ready.
Well, this one you get an ending.
Oh.
Like
okay.
I've got the ending queued up for you to watch so you can hear the speech. And
even with the ending, there's still a bunch of theories like, no, actually.
Well, I think the ending I don't think makes a ton of sense based on just what you see in the game. So we'll see. Okay. So FNAF 6 is more commonly known as Pizzeria Simulator.
Okay.
So this is a game very different than any of the ones we've seen so far.
This is what it looks like?
Well, the premise is that you are getting trained to open, you have bought your own franchise of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.
Mm-hmm.
And you get training videos of how to run your business.
Okay.
So I'm going to read to you the initial intro just because I think this will explain the gameplay better than I can. And imagine so you see these kind of old school graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine sort of like a 1950s instructional video voice.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's a new day. It's your time to shine. It's time to take your career into your own hands. You've saved money your whole life. Great. Now it's time to put all your eggs into one basket and take a huge gamble on your future. A gamble that comes with a 100% chance of success in some cases. What are we talking about? We're talking about becoming a Fazbear Entertainment franchisee. That's right, restaurant ownership and management. Something almost anyone can do with a limited degree of success. Sure, it's a lot of money to invest, but everyone's doing it. And that means it's safe and lucrative. With your initial investment, you'll receive everything you need to get started, including a small room, some tables, and electricity. But don't forget about the money you had left over after buying your franchise package. Use it to decorate, buy a stage, buy attractions and animatronics, and much, much more. Now let's take a look at a few things that will help you get started as a Fazbear Entertainment franchisee, such as atmosphere. Making sure your establishment has an inviting atmosphere is essential to bringing in new customers. Entertainment. Having a lot of entertainment value in your restaurant will ensure that customers come back. Bonus revenue. Coin-operated games and attractions can generate additional revenue during the day, which means more money in your pocket, ready for reinvestment. Health and safety. There may be times when you purchase something of questionable quality, and we don't blame you. Cutting corners is just good business. But there are steps you can take to ensure you don't get sued for it. And that brings us to liability. Being a thrifty shopper is smart, but be aware that buying things on sale comes with a certain amount of risk. Aside from the daily risk of lawsuits, there's also a risk that something might be hiding inside whatever you just purchased with that steeply discounted price tag. Of course, that would only be a serious danger if there was something outside that's been trying to get in for months now, which we are not confirming to be the case. This concludes the amount of help we are legally obligated to provide. Remember, you are now the face of the newly rebranded Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Wear that smile with pride and let's make some money. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for disappearance, death, or dismemberment.
On brand.
Yeah.
That's one thing that stayed consistent.
Really, I know I said this last time. I feel like I could make a very solid video essay about how the true villain of this series is capitalism.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me see if there's anything else in the voiceover.
I love the 100% success, like most of the time.
Sometimes. In some cases. Let me, oh God, where was it? Okay. So, yeah. So once you buy your purchase you buy the package, it says on your left there are your product catalogs. You can unlock more expensive catalogs by simply purchasing items for your pizzeria. Use the arrows at the bottom right item window to browse the products for each catalog. When you're finished shopping, click the button labeled Blueprint Mode to place your items. You can switch back and forth between catalog mode and Blueprint Mode as often as you like before opening your doors to the public. And then, okay, yeah, I don't think I need to read this verbatim. I can just voice this over. Okay, so that's the gameplay. So here's kind of your two main modes in this one. This is the blueprint mode, and you can see this person has bought a bunch of stuff and placed it down. Based on what you buy, at the end of a day, you will make a certain amount of money, and you're trying to balance all those factors he talked about. So if you buy things more cheaply, you'll have higher risk.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have higher risk, you might get a lawsuit, or you'll be more likely to have animatronics sneak in and jump scare you during the office mode, which is the thing on the left. So that's at the end of the day, you have to use the computer to run a bunch of tasks. So like printing more flyers, buying new supplies, like different tasks you have to fulfill. And while you're doing that, on either side of this computer monitor are vent outlets where animatronics can come and jump scare you.
Jesus. Don't you have enough on your plate?
Yeah. So basically during the day you get kind of maybe a light version of The Sims ish. Like you're buying stuff and placing it. And I'll talk a little bit more about other things you can do. And then at night, you're doing like the traditional FNAF jump scare thing. And then, okay, so these are the new animatronics in play, which are the scrap models. Yeah. So on this guy is Molten Freddy. On the far right is Scrap Baby. And what we can infer is that Innard, who we met in 5, has split into 2. So we've got Circus Baby is like come out of Innard, and the rest of them are still together.
Oh.
Then we have Scrap Springtrap. Oh, I didn't put this in FNAF 3, but you should know the ending of FNAF 3 also includes that place burning to the ground. So somehow Springtrap though has emerged from that. So that's why he's rougher, because he was burnted in the 3rd one. We have Lefty, who's a new animatronic bear model. And then this little guy is Helpy. He is like your little friend on your purchasing computer screen. So he like is your avatar, basically.
He's like Clippy.
Yeah. He's kind of like Clippy.
Throwback.
He's like a chibi version of Funtime Freddy.
That's probably the cutest one I've seen.
I know, he's really cute. I like Helpy. Well, not if I was in the universe, but I do like Helpy. Okay, so these are the guys that can scare you. Let me jump ahead actually to. Okay, I should have put this further up. So at the end of every day, you'll hear them say, "Don't forget Saturday. You want them all to be in one place." And then, so this after. Oh God, I'm not doing a good job of describing this. Sorry. So you play during the day, you place all your stuff down, then you play your traditional FNAF jump scare night. Then you have one last duty before you leave, which is there may be something to salvage to try to refurbish and put in your pizzeria. And the salvage are all of those scrap models we just looked at. So there's a little tape that tells you what you need to do to check to like debug it. And basically, if you get the timing right, you'll get that animatronic and bring it in. And if you don't get it, then they just get in anyway. But you don't get any money for it. You get money if you successfully salvage it.
Oh.
But you keep hearing, don't forget Saturday, you want them all to be in one place. And then on the left are the different endings. So there's 6 different endings to this one, depending on how you play it. So there's the certificate of completion. That's like the canon ending. The certificate of mediocrity is if you do the very bare minimum, like you don't place anything down. You just are basically, you don't try to salvage anything. You just are clicking through to get to the end. That's mediocrity. I forget what the certificate of insanity is. I think that's if you try to take more risk on, maybe. I can't totally remember how you get that one. Blacklisted is if you have more than 50 risk by the last night. Bankruptcy is if you run out of money. And Lore Keeper is if you unlock all of the mini games.
Oh.
I want to say Astrospiff figured out how to get all 6 of these in one run, but
Damn.
Okay, so let me go back up to gameplay. So the opening shot of this, it looks like it's going to be a typical mini game, but this is like a fake out, but you do get a little mini game there. You can buy stuff that are games. So like, for instance, this is Fruit Punch Clown, and these are like little arcade games basically, and if you play them you can earn more money. So you can earn them by winning, and then also by having them placed you make passive income off of them.
Okay.
There's all of these new animatronics we've never seen before that you can buy and place. Like this is Funtime Chica, who we didn't see in Sister Location, but she's that same Funtime model. Music Man, legend, icon, Music Man. There's a whole line of animatronics called the Mediocre Melodies, who you've not met, but you see more in the future. And then there's like weird specialty ones, like this is a little sombreroed beaver named El Chip. I don't know why, but he's there. And then this is Helpy when you get a lawsuit. So you can get lawsuits. This, I think the main way you can go bankrupt is if you get so many lawsuits and you don't have enough cash to settle them, then you
Helpy looks overwhelmed.
Yeah, he's doing the numbers and it's not looking good.
We gotta shut down, fam. Wrap it up.
So these are some of the mini games. Personal all-time favorite is Candy Cadet. Who will tell you a story. Oh, and I didn't even include those. God, we don't have time. But he tells you stories randomly, like it's a random number generator kind of thing. But he starts by going, "Come get your candy here. I have candy all day, every day. Candy, 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 candy." So I love Candy Cadet. Obsessed with him. You've got Prize King, where you can randomly get some really expensive animatronics, depending, like it's randomly generated. This is sort of like a space meteor game. That's like an old arcade game. This is another clown. So anyway, all this to say, like there's a bunch of like in-game arcade games you can play, which seem like they're really fun. This is another one I would have fun playing. I think if I were going to play this, probably this would be what I would play, just because I like all the little mini arcade games. And then what else on gameplay? Oh, okay. Then we get to the mini games. So there are 3 key mini games that are similar to these, where like they are arcade games, but these are the ones that have lore in them. So this is Fruity Maze. It's basically like Pac-Man, but you have this little girl who's the player character, and it starts with her collecting fruit, and it's pretty innocuous. You can see in the reflection, you can see that it is the same little girl who's actually playing it. But by the end, after you beat it on the easy mode, it keeps getting harder. And in the second one, you see like little puppies that are hurt as the things you're collecting.
Mm.
And then by the end, it's just a trail of bloody footprints. And there's Golden Bonnie in the maze. And you see when it ends, you can see the little girl is now frowning, and you can see Golden Bonnie like looming behind her.
We start off so positive.
We start off so good, and then yeah. Okay, and then this might be the most controversial minigame in FNAF universe. This is Midnight Motorist, and it's a very confusing set of clues. It starts by like the sort of racing game. That's where you start. But if you go down on the fourth lap, there's like a little opening in the track that you can go through. And when you do that, you start going through this dark, wooded, like rainy landscape. You can pull up to a bar called Junior's, and you're a little orange mustard guy. You can get out of your car and talk to the bouncer, who tells you that like you can't come back in. And then you keep driving and you get to your house. There is, I'm going to zoom in so you can see this. The mustard guy goes in. There's somebody sitting in a lounge chair watching TV saying, be easy on him. He's had a hard day. He goes to try to go into the room, but it's locked. He goes around the house. You can see around the house, and he finds a broken window, and there are what look like animatronic footprints back here. And then you also can see him go looking for something, and there, it's hard to see because, you know, again, the image quality is terrible, but there's like a lump of earth back here.
Oh no.
So that's Midnight Motorist. And then the puppet. So you are playing as a puppet, and your job is, don't let your assigned child reach the exit. Your color is green. So you're in this big gift box. You keep seeing children come by. None of them have the green wristband. They put, this is you in there. They put a present on top of it so that you can't get out. And you see the little person outside with the green wristband who can't get back in, and you're supposed to be protecting them, but you don't. What? You try to go out to save them. You go out in the rain, you find them curled up, and then you curl up. You're playing as the puppet, and you curl up beside them.
Did we die? Oh,
seems to. Okay. So then, oh man, what all are we doing here? Okay. One last thing before we get to the ending. So if you get the insanity ending, you see these schematics. And I'm not going to get into all of them, though I will say this is for the scooper. You know, this is Freddy. Anyway. And then you have the voice that is on the tape explaining to you how to do the salvage every night comes on and says, it's only now that I understand the depth of depravity of this creature, this monster that I unwillingly helped to create. As if what he had already done wasn't enough, he found a new way to desecrate, to humiliate, to destroy. As if the suffering wasn't enough, the loss of innocence, the loss of everything to so many people, small souls trapped in prisons of my making, now set to new purpose, and used in ways I never thought imaginable. He lured them all back to a familiar place, back with familiar tricks. He brought them all together. Are they still aware? I hope not. It keeps me up at night. I could make myself sleep, but not yet. Not until I undo what he has done and heal this wound. A wound first inflicted on me, but then one that I left to bleed out to cause all of this. He set some kind of trap. I don't know what it was, but he led them there again. He overpowered them again, and he robbed them of the only thing they had again. I don't know how those tiny breaths of life came to inhabit those machines, but they will never find rest now. Not like this. I have to call them all back, all of them together in one place.
Excuse me. What do you mean those tiny breaths of life? Are you talking about children? And it keeps me awake at night. Oh, one person. He set some kind of trap. What is it? And then he robbed them of the only thing they had again. Robbed who?
Okay, Jess, are you ready for the ending?
Yes. And I'm full. It better tell me something.
Don't get
Tell me something good.
Don't get your hopes up.
Gotcha.
But it is, I love this ending. This is very epic, I think.
Okay.
Even if you don't know what it means, I think it's well done. So. Okay. Muting myself.
You played right into our hands. Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you? No. This was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All of those little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do and be complete. I will make you proud, Daddy. Watch, listen, and be full.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace, and perhaps more, waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, friend. My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you up into their arms the way you lifted others into yours. And then what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then, so let me save you now. It's time to rest, for you and for those you have carried in your arms. This ends, for all of us, in communication.
What was that?
That is the ending. So
What is supposed to mean? Did she die in the fire? And he's a ghost or something? Or she? I don't get it. Was she just psychosis, and she just was like in the, but did she die in the fire? But then she was like in the hospital on life support, and she just dreamed all of this up, and that didn't happen. Did her daddy take her off life support, and that was the end?
Well, you now have all of the information that you're gonna get.
That's it.
So,
Mar,
what is your now that you've seen all the data? What is your theory? And chat theories, you can drop them too.
that's my theory. I don't,
Okay, what
I feel like it was all of some elaborate mind fuck, like she was in a coma or something, and this is her making up demented stories about her stuffed animals or Chuck E. Cheese experience. I don't know. I don't feel like the zombie one works anymore. I still don't know about the taking the children and the children going missing. Or maybe it was. Maybe her daddy ran a business where they collected that doesn't make any sense.
you have correctly just described the plot of one of them, I will say.
Okay, so they all have a different plot.
Well,
like it
They're
doesn't all
like
go to one.
Yeah.
So what does the internet think that means?
I don't know. Does Chad have theories? Let me scroll back up here.
My word. I don't know what I expected, but I'm like, I missed it.
Glad that we could help explain the
Yay. What?
Here.
What did it say?
There was a bad, I'm going to say guy that died and became a spirit that killed and corrupted the spirits of innocent children.
That's good.
That's good.
I'm like, are they all just...
Is this a safe space for me to let you know that one of my favorite ASMR videos, which sends me to sleep, seems to be FNAF 5 inspired? What? How have they found?
Please don't tell me it has those children's voices in it.
Oh my God. I cannot imagine how they have made that relaxing. That is amazing.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, what else could it be? Like, is there a... Or else, I don't know, she's just like some mentally unstable child who's been tormenting all of her schoolmates, and her daddy was covering it up, but he's like, you know what? I'm tired of covering up your mess. You got to go.
It's like, we have to talk about Kevin.
Yeah. You know, I've done this for so long.
I think the guy created an animatronic with a soul, but then it turned out to be monstrous and started scooping children. Then the guy created a daughter to protect that green wristband guy, but he died. Okay. People are like dancing around key parts of this. I'm impressed at people's deductive skills here. The daughter animatronic still kept her soul from getting devilish. Okay. I'll tell you maybe what it means.
What do you mean maybe?
Well, just like I'll tell you what I think. So for those of you who are deep in FNAF lore, I'm gonna try to stick to things that I think are like pretty well agreed on. And I'll give you like some rough narrative connections here, but like again, this is purposefully, in my opinion, mysterious. Like I don't think that he had a clear storyline.
Yeah.
When he started this. So I think some of it is he's had to like retcon stuff, but also I think he gets that people like looking for the clues and stuff. So I don't know that there is truly a coherent storyline in these games.
That bothers me.
Yeah. ASMR videos by ASMR Circus, nearly 400K views. I genuinely recommend. I'm gonna check that out just for like what the fuck quality.
Research purposes.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about a rough chronology of the games. This is not, I have to say this is not fully agreed on, but I think that this is like a fairly defensible timeline here. So FNAF 4 with the house is first. And that's an 83.
Okay.
Sister Location and FNAF 2, I think you can make arguments either way of which one comes next, but I'm going to say Sister Location just because in FNAF 2, I believe our main character is let go for odor, so I'm going to assume that the scooping happened before that. But Sister Location probably happens next.
Mm-hmm.
And our main character, Mike, gets scooped in it.
Mm-hmm.
FNAF 2 takes place probably in 87 because the bite of 87 happens. It's implied that the one of the security guards is the one who gets bit. And is the victim of the bite of 87. So I'm going to say that roughly, probably Five Nights at Freddy's 2 happens roughly in 87. Original FNAF probably takes place in the early 90s and is after the location, like basically the franchise is kind of on the rocks. FNAF 3 takes place in roughly 2023 and is, like the 40-year anniversary kind of thing of the bite of 83. And then Pizza Simulator, I think, has to come after that because the first burn attempt of Springtrap didn't work, and that happens in FNAF 3, so therefore Pizza Simulator probably has to come after that.
Okay.
I think this is a great point. This is giving a lot of Satanic Panic. I think that's 100% some of the, inspo here. Left as many loopholes as he can so he can make as many sequels and people will still be guessing. I do think some of that is what's going on. I'm so happy to hear that we are now crossing over with people who love Markiplier. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's a pretty defensible rough chronology of the game. So that's part of why these are so confusing because the order that they're released is not necessarily the order of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then let's just talk about the pieces of this. So I think don't pay attention to these dates so much, but just know that there's an evolution of the business. So it's not one franchise that this Fazbear Entertainment has. It starts probably with Fredbear's Family Diner in the 70s. But then it evolves into different franchises. So like Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Circus Baby's Pizza World. And then by the end, the revisited thing is Fazbear Fright. It also, remember we saw Fazbear and Friend as a TV show. Mm-hmm. So, it's like maybe somewhere between Chuck E. Cheese and Disney. Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And the reason I pulled these screenshots in here with it is that as the business grew, its two founders had two very different approaches to childcare. So I think that you can safely say that the two founders, who are William Afton, who you heard addressed in Sister Location, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Afton, and Henry, sometimes called Henry Emily, but it's not totally clear if Emily is a last name or his daughter's middle name. So I'm just going to say Henry. They are the two founders. And there's a lot of debate about did they each have their own franchise and then they combined? There's questions about how they end up being business partners, but I think we can just say they are business partners.
Yeah.
Henry is the innovative animatronics guy. William is more the money guy, and he also was most likely the creator of the Bonnie character.
Mm-hmm.
He most associates with Bonnie. So William is the money guy, and his approach, he's a negligent father. I think indisputable that these two are horrible. William, his approach to childcare is that he leaves his older son in charge of babysitting, and he terrorizes his little brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
He also has, this is disputed, but I would interpret psychic friend Fredbear as probably being Fred bear with a camera in it so that he can watch his kids.
Nanny cam.
Talk to them. Yeah, it's like nanny cam. Henry, on the other hand, brings his daughter with him to work, but he has created this security puppet so that she can't leave the building. So she has her green wristband on, and if she tries to leave the building, the security puppet like comes out and stops that from happening. So she can roam around the building, but she can't leave it. So successful business, negligent parents. I think that we can safely establish that.
Yeah.
Then let's talk about the Aftons. Okay. So this is a family of 5. Purple guy is William Afton, the father.
Mm-hmm.
Mother, somewhat ambiguous, but in Midnight Motorist, some people think that the person on the couch that tells William to go easy on somebody is his wife. So we'll say maybe that's his wife. At some point, he has produced 3 children. So there's somebody in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So the 3 kids are Michael Afton, Crying Child, who has tentatively been named and identified as Dave, but that's not in the game. So I'm just going to call him Crying Child, and Elizabeth. We know Michael is the oldest. Unclear if Crying Child or Elizabeth is older than one or the other. I personally think that Crying Child is probably the middle child, but that's disputed. So we don't know. So this is the original Afton family. What they turn into is Purple Guy is the one who got Springtrap. He becomes Springtrap. So he's the one who gets stuck in the golden Bonnie suit in the end of the 3rd one. That's William Afton. So he's the owner and creator of Freddy. Some people think that Ballora is his wife, either as like a stand-in for her or maybe her spirit. It's kind of hard to say, but theoretically she's like the mother figure. Michael Afton is Urple Guy. And he is also who we play as for most of these games. He's the security guard. Crying Child, it's disputed, but because Golden Freddy chomped him, many people think that his spirit is what's inhabiting Golden Freddy. There may be another child in there with him, but I don't think there's any evidence for that in the game, so we're not going to go there. But he's a little disputed, but he might be, I think you could say he's Golden Freddy. And then Circus Baby is Elizabeth because she is the one who got scooped.
Ooh. Damn.
So we have a family transformed, basically. Other transformations. Henry's daughter, Charlotte, is murdered. There's a mini game where you see that happening, but yeah, so she's murdered by William Afton, and her spirit goes into her security puppet. So she is the puppet.
Oh.
And then the animatronics are all inhabited by these crying children that we see throughout all the different mini games, and they are the victims of William Afton who murders them.
Oh, he as the animatronic?
Yeah, their spirits. No, so the kids are killed and their spirits go into the animatronics because that's where he hid their bodies.
Okay. But him before he becomes the spring form? Or
yes.
After? Oh, okay.
When he's still Purple Guy.
Whoa.
So, but that leads very natural question. How did all of this happen?
Yes.
Okay. So, possession and science. So I would argue that by the end of these, the creator is much less interested in the sort of like occult stuff that he originally put in these games and is moving to much more science-y kind of explanations. But I think a general plot line I can give you is that William Afton, for whatever reason, and it's hard to say if he starts doing this before or after his kids die, so question mark, but he becomes a serial child murderer, and he uses the franchise that he has established as a way to get access to kids. So he'll put on the golden Bonnie suit and lure them into the back, do whatever he does to them. I don't know what all he does to them, and then murders them. He then hides their bodies in the animatronic suits because remember, you can get inside the animatronics because, yeah. So, and then I assume he disposes of the bodies at some point in another way, but this is why in the first one you saw all the stuff of like, parents are complaining about the health and safety of these suits because they have like gross stuff coming out of them.
Yeah.
It's a little bad. So at some point in there, and there's disputes about the exact order that this happens, but at some point he murders Henry's daughter, Charlotte. There's some people who think he does that because his kids have already died and he's like jealous that Henry still has a daughter. Sometimes she's the first one in some cases, though if you know FNAF lore, Chica was the first. She has seen everything. That's like a recurring, that's another stem line for me. But anyway, at some point he kills Charlie. Puppet becomes inhabited by Charlie. Eventually she realizes that there's other kids being killed. And so as a way to preserve them, she takes their spirits and melds them into animatronics. So this is the give gifts, give life mini game showing her doing that. And she's doing it as a way to like preserve their life and give them a chance to get revenge on William. But what ends up happening is that because William was dressed either in his security outfit or he was just an adult, it's kind of disputed why, the animatronics start seeing all adults as antagonistic. So that's why they come after you at night. So eventually William messes with the wrong set of ghost kids. They get him trapped into that back secret room that the voice kept telling us about. He tries to get into his springlock suit to get away from them, and because of all of the rain that's dripping in or like the leaky ceiling, the moisture makes the springlock suit go off, and he is inside the springlock suit when that happens. So that's how he dies, and his spirit then melds with that animatronic suit, and that back room gets walled over. Now, this is where the science part comes in. So what eventually he realizes, like, and it's hard to say, this happens sometime before he dies. He realizes at some point that this whole spirit melding thing is happening, and he's trying to experiment with how to make it happen with something called remnant, which is like in agony, which is like if you have a strong emotion when you die, you can infuse that spirit and emotion into metal and then use that metal in other things. Hard to say how and when that happens. So that's how he dies. The other infusion, so we have the Bite of 83, that's how Crying Child dies and becomes infused into Golden Freddy, probably. Again, it's hard to say if this is like one of the first thing that happens, and maybe William Afton sees that his spirit is melding with Golden Freddy and that inspires him to keep murdering more kids. IDK. But at some point he is purposely making animatronics to kidnap children, which is why he makes Circus Baby and why he tells his daughter to stay away from it, because he doesn't want to kidnap her and kill her. She's trying to kill other kids, but
it did.
Yeah, she loves Circus Baby, so she doesn't listen to him, and she's the one who ends up getting infused. Her spirit gets... So, okay, rounding the bend here. So the overall arcs here. In the third game, oh God, I didn't talk about how Michael comes into this. Okay, I'll do that as part of this. So in the third game, we see the kids get their revenge. They get him trapped into the Springlock suit and he dies. So, like, theoretically, that could have been an ending because they finally get their revenge, and that's why we see their empty helmets at the end. There's no lights in their eyes anymore. Like, they have found peace. And then Michael burns the building down. So, like, theoretically, that could have just been an ending of, like, Springtrap has been contained. The kids' souls have found rest. That's why these balloons float up in one of the mini games. Like, it's their souls finding peace. That could have been the ending. But Michael, the way Michael even got there is that when he gets scooped, it basically turns him into a zombie. So he can't die, and he's trying to go around to all these different Freddy locations. He sneaks in as the security guard, and then he tampers with the animatronics to try to help all of the kids that his dad killed find their resting bed. So that's like when he's like, I'm going to come find you. That's what he's talking about, of like, I'm going to make sure that I like clean up your mess, and I'm going to find you eventually and kill you. That's kind of the idea. So then fast forward, he thinks that he has killed his father by burning down Fazbear Frights, but somehow Springtrap escapes. I don't know. This is where it's like, clearly they just wanted to make more games. So anyway, Henry, all of this time, there are also so many questions about how Henry didn't know this, or why he was letting it happen, or I have no idea. But eventually Henry realizes also what's going on. That's why he's talking in that tape about like the same wound inflicted on me has been inflicted on others. And he realizes like, okay, I've got to actually end this. He has the franchise revived because he knows that all of these different animatronics with these different commingled souls will be drawn to the new location. He lures them there. Michael is the volunteer. And then this time they actually fully fry the shit out of all of them. So now William is in hell. The rest of them can truly find peace. Michael, who is a zombie, has finished his life's purpose, so he's okay to die. Yay.
What a morbid. What a morbid game.
But like, how could you get any of those specifics without someone explaining it to you, right?
You
like
would not.
You picked up, I feel like, on a lot of the details.
Yeah.
But like, how do you put that together?
Yeah, after all of that, I still was like, I still don't get how this goes together.
Right? Like,
what the frick? Oh my word.
Like, Henry's name is never even said in the game. I'm actually interpolating that, and Charlie. Their names are never actually even said.
Yeah. What?
It is a movie. There are two of them. There are two so far.
Oh. I wonder if they'll do 6. The twists were twisting and the turns were turning.
Yeah.
My word.
Emily, Henry, Emily, tomato.
What a freaking, because what? I'm sure this guy just like, do you think he reads these? Like, do you think he goes on Reddit or whatever and like reads people's theories and it's just like, sure.
Oh, yeah, he does. Like, he interacts with people. He's very interactive.
Oh.
And also, Matt Pat started making lore videos after the first one, and I am 100% convinced that the creator took Matt Pat's theories and actually put them in the game because he's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Dang.
I'm convinced that.
What a oh my gosh, serial killer of children and souls attached to animatronics. I guess that explains that whole thing. I forgot which note it was in. It was something about odor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And you were right about number 4, when you were saying like they're dreaming and they're having nightmares. So the 4th one where the bite of 83 happens, you were completely right. It's from the perspective of the crying child in a coma having nightmares about the animatronics. So it's not real, it's his imagining of the animatronics. So you were right about that.
Oh my gosh. I picked up some stuff, but yeah, that whole story together, I would have no. What?
Very normal. But see, okay, again, the conspiracy theory. There's so like I just gave you the bare things that are mostly agreed to, but what I just told you, so many people, if like the diehard FNAF people find this video and leave comments, like they will have so many disputes about even the version I just told you. Like A, because I probably got some things wrong, but B, just because like so little is agreed to.
That's insane. With the thesis, do you think there are other games or things that people can get into conspiracy, or you think that just FNAF on his own, literally, it's conspiracy can just stop the internet from destroying a planet?
I think there's probably others. I think FNAF works particularly well because just for how long it's been going and how integrated the fandom is on the internet. But yeah, I think that there's been a lot of other games that have kind of riffed off of FNAF since then, of like having a lot of lore and Easter eggs and stuff. So yeah, I think there's like a whole ecosystem of lore heavy internet games that people should occupy themselves with instead of like, you know. And like, do I not think that some of the Pizzagate stuff maybe got some inspo when they were cooking that up from
yes
like, possibly.
Yes. What do you mean? You don't think that the Democrats control the weather?
I don't think they control jack shit.
Except making themselves money.
They are controlled by their donors. That's about it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What a freaking my brain is like.
Yeah. Okay. This is the last slide. So yes, what are your thoughts, feelings, questions? How do you feel after this journey?
I feel, excuse me. The game came out in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm not on every corner of every part of the interwebs, but with so much, I'm just shocked that I never heard about this until the movie came out. Then I still had no idea about it. It just shows you how wide the world web is. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
This game does not appeal to me. I have no desire to. I have no desire to play it because that's insane. And I mean, it's just so funny because I'm like, when you first started talking about it, I'm like, I have no idea. I was like, oh, it's going to be, because I feel like I had seen pizza or something from the movie preview. So I'm like, oh, it's like some, I don't know, maybe it's a haunted pizza parlor or something. I did not think it was going to be like,
it is basically
their necks chomped and scooped and souls stuck into an animatronic suit.
Yeah.
And it's just so interesting how, I mean, I don't know how hard it is to make a game because, so what's that been, 12 years?
Mm-hmm.
That seems not like a lot of time for 6 versions of a game.
Girl, that's only taking you through like 2017.
Oh,
there's
more?
Yes, this is just the original arc, because after this, like I said, I think he wanted to get away from the like more occult version of the lore. So it's become much more like evil AI stuff. So I think, and I guess in world you could justify by saying like the original animatronics that were haunted have been laid to rest. And now there's like all of this technology that has been infused with like evil AI programming that's the animatronics are evil now. There's my goat, which is Security Breach, which is a terrible game but so fun. There's Secret of the Mimic. We didn't even get into like the Custom Nights and World and Freddy in Space, and
that's correct. Was that one that you showed? Was that in space or no?
Oh, it's in like a bunker, like an underground bunker.
Oh,
like an a la kind of like a 1950s
bomb shelter.
Yeah, that's I think the vibe.
That is wild. That is great. That is just so crazy that there's even more than I thought. It's such a little time. Books with different arcs.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. And the books they have like some of the same characters, but some different characters. But there's a lot of like parallel. So like there's a character who might be very similar to Elizabeth, but she's called like Eleanor instead. So they have like parallel plots, and people have used a lot of the things that happen in the books to help them understand what was happening in the games. But they're not necessarily the same continuity.
That's weird. That's a lot.
And
then are the movies following the game? The books?
It's again kind of its own thing, but with like the same characters.
Oh my god.
PETA, I never remember his name, but PETA plays Michael Afton in
the actor for PETA?
Yeah, whatever that guy's name is.
I see him in my mind. He's so cute. He speaks fluent Spanish.
Josh Hutchinson.
Yes. Okay. Have you watched the movie?
No, I haven't. I've heard that the first one was pretty good, but the second one I heard was not that good.
Are you gonna watch it?
If they're streaming somewhere, I would.
Yeah.
I've heard so it's Blumhouse, and I think that they did a lot of the animatronics with practical effects. So for that reason, I would like to see it just to see those gigantic, creepy ass animatronics actually moving around. That I think would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The games came first, then the then the movies.
What a world.
Yeah.
Wow. He just made that little thing and now he's a millionaire and all of this. He's got a quarter of the internet losing their minds.
He is raking in that cash because the merch is crazy. He's got the books. That
is insane. What merch? Are people wearing t-shirts with these hideous animatronics on it?
Absolutely.
Oh God.
Yeah.
They got a Chica crop top.
And people dress up like them for Halloween. People are obsessed with these characters.
It's so interesting what becomes a thing. That is wild.
Let's see here. What is my favorite contested lore thing? God, I feel like all of it is contested. This one.
There's like nothing anybody agrees on.
Basically, but I'm trying to think of like if there's like a hot take that I kind of believe. Well, I'll say this. I think that the evidence that has recently surfaced that Crying Child's name is Dave, I think checks out. That makes sense to me. It's based on these it's not the lore is not even just in the narrative books. They have like encyclopedias and like activity books.
What? Who like fan made?
No, like from the Scott Cawthon. And in one of the activity books, we think we found the fact that there's a ghost named Cassidy who's like this malevolent spirit who puts William Afton in purgatory. That's a whole thing I didn't even get into. But there's been a long time debate about if Crying Child's name is Evan, Cassidy, or Dave, and I think that I fall in the agreement that his name is Dave.
What? Encyclopedias, work? You said workbook, activity book,
books. There's like,
my God,
it's the merch on this. I cannot even begin to explain to you how much money they're making from it. Like their Funko Pop, every version of a Funko Pop you can imagine.
This is insane. Why can't my brain work like this and make something for people to lose their minds over?
I don't know.
Wow.
Um,
That's insane.
got invited to a kindergartner's birthday and he asked for FNAF and Rainbow Friends. That's so, yeah. Kids love that. That's the other thing is because kids, I would say like upper elementary, middle school age kids are like the primary like obsessies of this, aside from weirdo olds like me.
Still doesn't seem. I feel like this is more a teen, early. I don't know. That's just
they hook you in as a kid, and then like because it's been going so long at this point, and because there's just so much content, like people just keep up with it.
Oh my word.
But there is like this whole weird like the sexification of Chica I find very interesting and weird. There's a game called I think it's FNAF World is what it's called, but it has these interstitials where all the animatronics are cartoon versions of themselves in high school, and Chica is in this like sexy schoolgirl outfit and like thinking lustfully about how she wants to kill the boys she has crushes on. It's very strange.
Oh.
It's very strange.
I don't know how I would feel as a parent if my kid was playing this, but
I would not. I mean, I don't know. I think sometimes you kind of got to let kids wander into weird stuff, but like if I had influence over it, I would not let my kid play this probably until they were at least in middle school. Just from like a nightmare perspective, I feel like this would scare the shit out of kids.
Yes.
Silver Eyes Twisted One in the Fourth Closet. Okay.
Do you know how many books there are?
They crank them out. There's a lot of them now.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, there used to just be the ones that Touchstone mentioned used to be kind of like the main ones, but I think that they have a lot of them. And especially as the video game lore has developed and like the mimic stuff, they've put out a lot of books to support the different like evolution of where the game has gone. So
that is crazy.
Yeah.
I feel both. This was a wild ride and did not go where I thought it was going to go. It was so interesting and entertaining to be told this ride without having to do it myself. But also, I still don't find the game appealing. Like, to me, all of these things, I still am like, no, but I don't, not even from a horror, it just doesn't seem like a good game. I don't know, like all of the different ones, it's like, you just got to stay alive from this thing and like looking for the vents. I don't know. I don't like that. Maybe because people like horror games like that, but it just seems so basic to have such a fan base behind it.
Yeah, I think the fact that it is such a simple, the mechanics are so simple, I think is part of why it has appeal.
The mechanics, the graphics, then you go even simpler with the 8-bit. That is so fascinating.
Yeah.
What a wow.
I will say another controversial take of mine is I also love the Into the Pit game, which started as a book. And it's a game that's made in the style of like, I'm going to say late 90s video games. So it's not 8-bit, but it still has that sort of like sentimental visual style, which I think, and it's more of a linear story kind of a thing.
What's that one about?
It's about a little boy who he lives in a failing town. There's a pizzeria there where that used to be a Freddy Fazbear location is now rebranded. And in the ball pit, he goes into it and it's a time travel machine, basically. So he comes out in the 80s when it's still a Freddy Fazbear location. When he goes back, Golden Bonnie follows him and then like possesses his dad. So he's living in the house with Spring Bonnie trying to kill him.
Is that like a what do you call it? Like one of the game offshoot things from that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's made, the ones that are made after Pizza Simulator are so much better in terms of their like visual quality
Mm.
because it's like a legit studio making them, but they're still glitchy. A lot of them are glitchy as hell. So, but I don't know. I find that charming.
That is wild.
Yeah. And I do think this definitely created a trend of like having lore for games, it seems like. So addictive and is so
Yeah.
for a franchise.
I mean, lore is so fun because it's just like more than meets the eye of the game. Because even like I've been a lifelong Sims player, but there is a new simulation game that's been I've heard about for years, but it's a very small team. And so it finally came out. It's in early access called Paralives. And so I bought it and have been playing it, which is really fun. But people have already been posting videos. They're like, ooh, have you noticed this? Like they think there's like this missing kid in the story. Cause like if you go into this house, these parents are like this, and they have newspaper on the wall. And I'm like, I do love some lore.
I love that shit. I mean, like, even just the fact that like you asked this a few times of like, why does this guy keep coming back?
Yeah.
Like, why would you come back to this job? And it's like, oh, okay, like once you understand he's looking for like he's seeking these animatronics out. It's like, oh, okay, that actually makes so much sense. But like I love
no person is gonna keep coming back to this raggedy job where they're like, and you may die.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a risk we're willing to.
Some of you may that is entertainment in a line. But that was such a good catch on your part, and like it's a part of the lore of like it makes no sense for this person to come back unless they actually have a reason why they're trying to
do you feel like stop going there, the pay is shit and you're gonna die.
They literally have a room for you to bleed out in. Like what?
Please, not in front of the guests.
Yeah, keep smiling.
Wow, what a ride. Man. Did I ever know where we were going? No.
You did a great job. I thought you picked up on a lot of good clues, and I think you made some very reasonable inferences, considering that some of the main characters' names are never even said.
Yeah. Gruesome maiming can occur, just irreparable damage, death possibility. 100% success, not guaranteed.
100% of the time, some people will succeed.
Yeah. Wild. Wow.
Man, that wore me out.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot. I mean, that's a lot to put into it. The research on the slide building, I can't even imagine. I feel like I need to find an in-depth thing to give you a presentation on, but I can't. I'm just like, I don't feel like I've been hyper fixated on anything interesting lately.
Well,
hey, we're not liable. We told you.
I declare no liability.
We warned you.
Yeah. Well, the next time your hyperfixation comes around, you'll have it. But I think we established we're gonna do caves next time. So for those of you who do not want to hear about caves, we will make sure it's very clear.
Yes. How do we?
Oh, Angela says, I want you guys to know you're on my 85-inch TV right now while I crochet.
Oh my God. Oh God, let me back up.
I was gonna say,
like, oh my God. I'm like, how do we want to do the caves?
I have a diving story, a cave diving story I can tell you about. But do you maybe want to do the you can maybe take point?
Yeah.
I can tell you about the one story I know about. Because I haven't looked into the Maldives thing.
Okay. I can add that in there. Because because there's like cave. I feel like the worst ones are the cave diving, not just cave.
That's what I think too.
Because cave is already like, okay, but I feel like the ones we hear about, well, there are like those weirdos, like that Nutty Putty one. I don't think that was water.
No, it's not. but when was it you who mentioned to me that it's a sex thing? It just like all of it made sense to me. I was
yeah,
like,
I think it was someone a TikTok. They were like, "It's a fetish," and I was like, "Wait."
Now all my neurons are firing now. Of like, yes, this now makes sense to me.
Because they always have like a family at home, a pregnant wife, like, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I want to go wedge myself into the thing called devil's armpit."
Man. I do watch, I think it's called Dive Talk. I like that channel. And one thing that they mention is they actually think in some ways cave diving is safer than normal caving because fewer people who are completely unqualified to do it try to cave dive. It's like you like kind of have a better awareness of how dangerous it is. So you're less like, I don't know, like let's just go out on a Sunday and get lost in this cave that's not underwater. Like that happens more, I think. And I was like, that's a decent point of like, usually if you're gonna be diving, people understand you have to like go take some classes and like
But I think that's something I'll have to look into it. I'll make notes about the Maldives one where they had certain level of certification, but not like to that. Because, I think there's tiers or something. That has never been on my list. Scuba diving, that has never been a want of mine. Andrew's like, I want to go scuba. You're going to have to go do that by yourself.
I will go out on the boat and enjoy the island, but I will not be getting in.
And I will be like, I don't even enjoy snorkeling. So no. No. I appreciate water. I like to be on water.
Water scares me.
If I'm in water, I prefer a pool.
I would rather do high altitude climbing than deep sea diving.
Yes. And sometimes I'll start watching, like, it'll be a TikTok of a free diver. And I'm like, you know what? And I look at the top comment, it's like, I'm a scroll now. And I was like, you know what? Me too, because why am I holding my breath?
The haunted hydrology girl, I do enjoy her content. But again, it reinforces why I'm like, absolutely not. Like these are
you mean spooky lake month and
lake yeah.
Oh, hello. And
I'm like, what are you gonna
I want to get her. So she has a Spooky Lake Month book. It looks beautiful. Because she does all the drawing, the art, the painting herself. And she's coming out with a Spooky Rivers. And I really like her. Oh, hey, hello. Because some of those, what's her first one? Lake Baikal. That's one of her favorites.
Yes. Well, and that whatever music she uses, the like haunted music box, it's so scary. And I'm like,
it's perfect. It's perfect. I'm fascinated to learn about those things, but I am never going. I just don't understand, especially people who go in like, especially old like working cave like mine kind of things. It's like, okay, there were chemicals and stuff in there, and now you're going down there, there's old equipment and stuff in there and stuff you can maybe get your tank caught on.
No, I get that humans have some kind of instinct for adventure, like that's how we nomaded our way out of Africa and went across the globe. So like I get that there must be. I don't have that gene. I was not built for adventure. I have zero curiosity.
My adventure is the risk I take when I get into a car or on that flying air tube to go places.
That's about it for me. Like the people who have the instinct of like nobody's ever gone in this cave before, we should do it. I'm like,
I want to go where no man's gone before. Actually, I want a lot of people to have gone before me to make sure that it's okay.
I only want to go places that are precedented. I don't have that spirit of adventure.
I don't need to break a record, set my toe, be the first person.
No.
When I was younger, I used to say that I wanted to go skydiving, and then I got older and got some sense. And I'm like, the fuck? Jump out of a plane? No. I went ziplining one time and it was both terrifying and exhilarating. I don't think I'd do it again.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's like it's not made for me. These places are just not. It's like
I can appreciate them. I know they exist. I don't need to be there. Like more people need to respect the ocean. We don't know what's down there.
You don't like. What if there's a kraken down there? I mean, I don't think there is.
What was the statistic? Like we have only explored like 10% of the ocean or something, or 20.
I don't want to know. That's not for me to know. I feel like. Exactly. If Delta doesn't, I
love that.
I don't even want to take a connection anymore. Like I only want to take a direct.
Yes, I love that. If Delta don't go, neither do I. That is amazing. I need it on a mug and a sweatshirt.
Yeah,
it's just like and especially even with, I'm not saying it's not still something hard, but the more I see about Everest, especially the lines, besides even the lines, the amount of trash, I cannot believe you spent all that fucking money to take your ass up there and you leave your fucking trash. That should be a requirement. You bring all your shit back down.
It is a requirement. It's just that not everybody does it. But there are expeditions that specifically, that's like why they're going, is to try to clean up the trash.
Yeah.
Which to me, honestly, is the only reason anybody should be going up there.
It's crazy to see. Did you see? I almost sent it to you. The story, there was a Sherpa that they thought was missing, and he was missing, and they found.
It's a miracle that he's alive.
It was like 6 days.
He was gone 6 days, and he was a cook. Honestly, I'll start crying if I talk about it. It's such an emblem of like,
I hate it.
Exploited.
I think that's like such a big moneymaker, because people I'm just like, there's a lot of other mountains you could go climb. Just go climb a regular mountain. Why do you have to go up there?
Well, even if you want to do high altitude, like there's so many other, I don't know. It just makes me so sad and so angry when I think about that particular one. Like I really can't, because it's just so emblematic of like what adventure luxury tourism does.
Luxury tourism, literally, because all the stuff they have to carry. I've seen ones where the Sherpa is literally carrying a person on their back coming down off of that.
I showed you that. I did that in our.
Yes.
I was like, do you know that that's a person? And you were like, what the?
Insane. And then you're in a line to summit, and then you get up there and you're like, okay, now I gotta go back down.
We and my family, we call those places of just like okay, I've now seen it. Time to go. Like there's not anything. Yeah, I mean it's beautiful, but the other thing is that there's such
amazing
drone footage now. Like there's really no reason to take the risk anymore.
Yeah, get you your big TV, because TVs don't cost what they used to, and put that drone YouTube on there, and I don't know, put on your coat in your house and just be like, oh wow, I'm on top of Everest.
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful, but like what it does to the environment, what it does to the local. Anyway, sorry, this is my writing project right now, so I'm very passionate about it. I'm thinking about it a lot.
Yeah.
So, I have
I don't know if this is something you care to share to the public, but when you do finish, are you writing? Do you plan to like query or is it like a self-published kind of thing, or just writing personally?
This, I feel I have the tingle about it of like, I think this could be good enough to like try to publish. So I probably will query it. I don't know what will happen from that. So that's as far as I've gotten, but
okay.
Yeah. But I'm spending all my time on Everest mentally these days.
It's wild to me. So I will get to work on the cave. Do you want to make a tentative date for it? Which is perfect, because next weekend I won't be here, then I will be here the next weekend and the next weekend.
I know in July I'm gone a lot, but yeah, I could do. Oh wait, what's happening that day? Oh yeah. I could do the weekend of the 20th or the 27th.
Okay. Should we say a tentative to 20th?
Sure. 10 o'clock my time?
Yes.
Yes, for real. No one's appreciating the sights when they go up there at high altitude. They're dizzy. Here's the thing, is that when you if you watch footage of people climbing, usually they're talking about is how miserable they are, which I understand. I would also be miserable.
Yeah, you can barely breathe. You might be frostbitten and you're just like and then you're up there, and then there's a line of people behind you. So
Yeah.
now you gotta go.
If you want to watch somebody climb, I recommend Ryan Mitchell's vlog of his climb day because he actually seems to be enjoying himself. So like when he does comment, he like seems to appreciate where he is and what's going on. And he's appreciative of the Sherpa climbers with him. So that would be the one I'd recommend. Or actually, surprisingly, because this was a Spawn video, Red Bull did an amazing video of somebody doing a winter ski descent last year, and it is so cool.
From where?
From Everest.
What?
So
people did that.
Yeah, people do that, and I think somebody this year or maybe last year parasailed for their descent. I can't remember.
You know, Red Bull always doing some crazy shit. I'd be watching it too because I'm never gonna do it, but I'm gonna watch it.
No, but I'm like this, but it was very tastefully done. I was expecting it to be kind of like crappy, but it was like beautifully shot, very well produced, very tasteful, and very focused on the descent.
Yeah.
If you want to see a winter descent, I definitely recommend that because that is he skis. It's really cool to see all the snow.
People, now I'm not gonna lie that I would like to learn to ski, but never to be up on those videos where they look like they're about to run into the side of the mountain and they zip. No. I'd like a little leisurely, lowest. I don't know the levels of the diamonds or whatever on the slopes. What's above a bunny slope?
I don't know. I've never been skiing because
right above that would be my max. I just would like a leisurely, and then I want to go have beverages.
Exactly. I'm like, I think I could enjoy a bunny slope for about an hour, and then I just want to go back to the lodge and drink and read a book.
I got my little outfit on, and I'm just like, oh, let me take off my
exactly
après ski, if you will.
Yes, exactly. I'm here for après ski, but I don't want the skiing to be hard. I've never. I think I would just
little French fry and pizza, and I'd be like, okay, I did it. Snap a few pics.
Yeah.
And a nice blue or green. Yes, keep me down there. Keep me down there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, I have book club in an hour, and I need to eat, so I'm gonna bounce. But I think what I hear is we're gonna try to do caves on the 20th at 10-ish Central.
Yes. If something changes, I'll let you know.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, I'll get to working on that. And yes. Thank you for all your hard work. And now I know all the thing, and I didn't have to lift a finger.
Well, you know, some things may be wrong. But yeah, we'll come back to you to talk about caves.
Woo, woo.
And maybe we can discuss why we think what about it is sexual for people.
Yes. I got to dive deeper into that one. I can't wait.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you back in 2 weeks.